Welcome back, you lovely faces, ladies and gents. Well, this was something I didn't expect to see when I came home on the weekend from Bloodstock, is that Wikipedia, they actually lost a court battle with the UK government. And as you can see by here, Wikipedia, they can challenge the Online Safety Act if strictest rules apply to it, says the judge. So Wikimedia Foundation says it will be forced to reduce access to site if it is classified as a Category 1 provider, where, if I remember correctly, Category 1 is when it has the certain amount of people who visit the website, and I believe that would be over 34 million. And it's also about if it has access to your you-to-you sort of thing, like messaging and everything else. So, the operator of Wikipedia has been given permission by a High Court judge, to challenge the Online Safety Act if it is categorized as a high-risk platform, which would impose the most stringent duties. So straight away with that, Wikipedia is one of the best websites on the internet. It really is. Yes, we've all seen that Wikipedia can have articles and everything else which can be wrong, and again, people have been caught out using Wikipedia and it's found out to be wrong and all this kind of stuff. But Wikipedia is one of the greatest websites out there. And to see that the Wikimedia Foundation has said that it might be forced to reduce how many people can access the site in order to comply with the regulations if it is classified as a Category 1 provider by Ofcom later this summer. As a non-profit, the site said it would face huge challenges to meet the large technological and staffing needs, and these would be required to comply with the duties, which include user verification requirements, stringent protections for users and regular reporting responsibilities to prevent the spread of harmful content. The Wikimedia Foundation calculated that the number of people in the UK who access Wikipedia would have to be reduced by about 3/4 in order for the site to not qualify as a Category 1 service, which is defined as a large user-to-user platform that uses algorithmic contender recommendation, And if I remember correctly, Category 1 is where the website has, it's either more than 30 million or 34 million users. And obviously, it's Wikipedia, one of the most viewed and most visited websites daily globally. It is said Wikipedia was different to other sites expected to be labelled as Category 1 providers, such as Facebook's, X, Twitter, Instagram, because it was run by a charity and its users typically only encountered content that they sought out. Mr. Justice Johnson refused Wikipedia's legal challenge in the High Court on several grounds, but he noted that the site provides significant value for freedom of speech and expression, and added that the outcome did not give Ofcom or the government a green light to implement a regime that would significantly impede Wikipedia's operations. Well, sorry, Mr. Johnson, that's already happened. We are seeing Ofcom and we are seeing Peter Kyle, who is the Secretary of the State for all the technology and all that kind of stuff. They think they can do whatever they want and they can implement these user verification things across the entire internet. Hell, Peter Kyle even said that if you oppose this Online Safety Act, you are a predator and you are amongst them. That is not good. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if this Peter Kyle is saying that basically to try and get people, oh my god, he's calling me this, but I'm not one of those, so I'll verify my age. It's a scare tactic. And it wouldn't surprise me if Peter Kyle has some kind of his fingers dipped in some of these companies which have sprang up over the last couple of years. Quite like, okay, oh, well, that's interesting, where did that come from? These kind of companies who will be harvesting all of this data. Maybe this guy needs his hard drive checked, that's my opinion. Any decision to make Wikipedia a Category 1 provider would have to be justified as proportionate if it were not to amount to a breach of the right to freedom of expression, Judge said. But he added that it would be premature to rule on this since Ofcom had not yet determined that Wikipedia was a Category 1 service. I'm sorry, Ofcom, they are some of the biggest pieces of dog poo-poo on this earth. They are some of the worst people going. Hell, these people, along with the BBC, are the ones who hid all of the nasty things that someone who goes by the name Jimmy did, and other people who worked for the BBC. The other people who also had very high, powerful friends. Some were even in the royal family, and one of those people is now the king of this country. You know? There's some things going on. And it says that if Ofcom does determine that Wikipedia is a Category 1 service, this means Wikipedia is unable to operate as at present. Johnson suggested that the Technology Secretary, Peter Kyle, should consider whether to amend the regulations or to exempt categories of service from the Act, and said Wikipedia could bring a further challenge if he didn't. Phil Bradley Schmaker, the lead counsel of the Wikimedia Foundation, said, while the decision does not provide the immediate legal protection for Wikipedia that we hoped for, the court's ruling emphasised the responsibility of Ofcom and the UK government to ensure that Wikipedia is protected as the OSA, the Online Safety Act, is implemented. It's absolutely terrible. It's like, what the hell is going on? It really is. Because the way that a lot of people are seeing this, it is going to turn out worse than the book 1984, and it's going to end up like Minority Report. We are going to be walking around and we are going to have all the censorship in our face. And to be honest with you, we all know that this Online Safety Act is not protecting the kids. It's all about making money for the people who have shares or their fingers in all these pies, in all these companies that are harvesting this data, and it's to shut up the British public from complaining, rightfully so as well, about all the illegal immigrants coming into this country and committing horrible things, horrible acts to people. Remember, this Peter Kyle, the one who is like, if you are against this act, you're amongst the predators, is the person who said no to opening an investigation into the gangs that did serious harm to people, and children specifically. But he wasn't protecting the kids then, no, was he? No. This is why this Online Safety Act is not for the kids. It really isn't. And it's going to cause such a huge problem going forward. It's not going to work. You are going to see so many more people now using VPNs or even creating their accounts which will be spoofing other areas without a VPN, because we can do that. And we're going to see an uprising, we really are. This would get the UK government as of now, so Labour, Tory light, that if they did some sort of, we're going to do a referendum, we want a vote, they'd be out on their asses. They really would. But as you can see here, though, the judge recognised the significant value of Wikipedia, its safety for users, as well as the damages that wrongly assigned OSA categorizations and duties could have on the human rights of Wikipedia's volunteer contributors. It is. It's absolutely just despicable that they're doing this. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It really is. But guys, let us know what you think about this down below. This Online Safety Act is getting more bizarre, more twisted as the days go by. We are seeing new things pop up daily, and it's like, what the hell? We're seeing stories from earlier this year, last year, and mid-2023, where the Online Safety Act was implemented and certain things were passed without the public knowing. This is wrong. The public deserve to see everything, and if they want to view things, they view them. If it's illegal, maybe they'll get caught. It's that sort of thing. But when you stop people from living their lives and just going online, having a laugh, having a chat with their friends, hell, just looking at legal content, you're saying, I'm going to arrest you. That's bad. Let us know what you think about this down below, folks. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.